Milo, is that you?
There, I think I got it.
Mike's a little testy tonight.
Mike is Mike is a little testy tonight.
It's the pressure of the pre-cooked burgers for the graduation.
Yes, he's making pre-cooked burgers for graduation.
God, I wish that's what I was fucking going to be. A hell of a
Oh, now, come on. Now, Jesus. Now I got to put in the goal.
I think that went top shelf with the peanut butter.
Exactly. Now the crashing and carrying on. Mike, sit still. Find a place and get yourself comfortable. People are listening. Rod Deary is out grading a road somewhere in his grader, or he's leveling a road in his grader somewhere.
Grading the bumpers.
Yeah, he's grading the batters.
The batters. That's it.
Yeah, it's about 200 miles or kilometers west of Perth, Australia, and this is all he's got to listen to, and all you're doing is making crashing and bashing noises.
Sorry, I was getting a piece of paper. so I could keep copious notes of Tim's score.
Oh, really?
Oh, wow, copious notes. Well, that'll be
copious notes.
Yeah.
Is there some kind of prize I win for this?
Yeah,
Tim, you're not in the studio.
Oh, okay.
Please be quiet. We got to remember that button thing, Bruce.
Yes.
From this point forward. Okay, so Bruce Wilson, the moderately agitated.
Yeah, the other Bruce is in here. So
yeah, the moderately agitated male boy.
Yes.
Moderately agitated ma'am. Moderately agitated. The acronym for that is ma'am. That doesn't really sing.
No, I better change that.
Do you remember like a long time ago, we did an interview
with galaxy far, far away?
Yeah, in another galaxy far, far away, we did an interview with Tim Garland, who's a locomotive engineer for the Norfolk Southern. Probably has since moved to his new location by now.
If I recall, that was the episode we had about an hour and 59 minutes of rain delay with elevator music.
Yeah, we had a rain delay. Somebody left the roof open and we had a rain delay. Then we tried to shut the roof and it short-circuited.
Oh, it just wasn't working. It was not pleasant.
And then Ralph came in and saved the day.
Ralph came in and he found the big crank and
why
don't you just throw the breaker to on?
Yeah, exactly. And Ralph got the roof closed and then eventually
every time.
Yep. And then we got the thing going. And then right at the end of the show, Spoon shows up like as if nothing, like as if he was on time.
Yes. Oh, you guys doing something?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, well, that's the way it went.
Well, now we're going to do the Kelly.
I don't remember any of that.
No. Yeah, me neither.
Now we're doing Kelly questions.
Now we're going to do Kelly questions with the very same Tim Garland, but we're going to skip a long intro because we're all punchy from being here for so long and trying to.
Yeah, we're like extra innings now.
Yeah, we're in extra.
We're in the bottom of the 15th right now.
Yeah, exactly. Or worse, second overtime.
Yes.
Second
overtime with 3 minutes left, and
3 minutes left, and it's game 6 of the playoffs, and you're down 3-2, and you don't want to lose.
Yep.
So Tim, come on into the studio.
All right, hold on. Here I come.
Attaboy. Now, which computer are you using? I hope you're still on your son's computer.
Yes, I'm on the one he made when he was like in 8th grade, but it's a mega computer.
We made it? Oh, cool. And what did you think?
He made it. Cool.
Yeah.
No, I don't. I'm just saying that. He's in college now. But he actually made this computer. He's one of those guys that he's a computer guru.
There you go. Like our buddy, like Bruce, the moderately agitated male boy. And nothing like Spoon, the occasionally on time locomotive engineer. So Tim, remember all the carrying on and everything we had to get your interview in?
Mm-hmm.
But in the end, we all got it done. Yep. So remember how right at the end, Spoon showed up like as if everything was just hunky-dory?
I do. I remember that.
Yeah, well, are you still here, Spoon?
Yes.
Attaboy.
Don't sound so thrilled.
Yeah.
Lionel, can I ask you a question?
Absolutely.
You can boot spoon out if you want, right?
I could, for sure.
Okay. Just saying. Okay.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm picking up. Hey, Bruce.
Yes?
I'm picking up what you're laying down.
There you go, buddy.
Boy, here we go.
But, Bruce, do you remember what the worst part of that whole day was?
When we showed up late?
When we sat in the donut shop from like 10 a.m.
Oh, the donut shop, yeah.
We sat there for like 8 hours waiting for a message from Spoon, and we got nothing.
Yeah. And we cleaned them out of their supply of double chocolate glazed.
Yeah, exactly. All right, get ready, Tim. Put on your tin.
Don't blame me for your guys' diabetes.
Our loyals will be talking to you about that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
My people will be talking to your people.
You got the foil hat ready?
Yeah, Tim.
I've got my tinfoil hat on. I'm ready.
Yeah, have you got it? Have you got it strapped on? Don't just put it on loose, but strap it on.
Yeah, okay. You need it tight.
Yeah,
tighten it up.
How does the one size fit all work? By the way, this should be okay. The one size fits all tinfoil hat.
It's kind of, it's on my head pretty snug.
Yeah, because you can kind of mold it right to your dome there. So
yeah,
exactly. It was working okay.
But remember not to ding your dome.
Don't ding your dome.
No.
Okay.
It is not for safety purposes.
Yeah. Don't try to use the tinfoil hat as a safety, any kind of hard hat or anything like that.
I'm just glad it's not storming.
Not yet. Not yet, anyways. Which do you prefer, steam or diesel?
Well, that's kind of that's an interesting question. Did I run diesel?
All right, hold on.
Good Lord.
Yeah, were you thinking that some of our questions wouldn't be interesting?
No, I know I know the question's an interesting question, but I've ran both, so I
I know what I was going to ask you. Since your interview, did you join up on Patreon yet?
No, I haven't had time, but that's on my to-do list.
Okay. All right. So, which do you prefer, steam or diesel?
Well, steam is more romantic, but diesel is more practical. I guess diesel will be. I'm a diesel guy. I run diesel on my layout, so I guess put me in the diesel category.
Okay, Tim, do you mind if just for a second, just hang on there for a second? Me and Ralphie Boy and Spoon and Bruce, we're going to have a little meeting over here in the corner.
Okay.
Yeah, we're not being rude. We just don't want.
No.
Here into.
Hey, are you thinking I'm thinking?
Yeah, we're in for a long night here.
Yeah. Like it's kind of we've reviewed all these questions many a time. They're pretty straightforward. So it's not like it's multiple choice. It's some of them be kind of like what size beer can. It's kind of multiple choice, but usually it's either or. And
well, I feel like we always start out with the easy ones, right?
Yeah,
steam or
diesel. The key operative there, or
yeah.
Well, wait a minute. Can I chime in one time?
Now he's coming into our huddle. All right, break on.
I gotta chime in. I gotta chime in.
Lionel, can I, if I may be so bold?
Absolutely.
I know.
Go ahead.
I've I would like to quote one of the most popular servant individuals ever to have graced stage and screen, the iconic Lurch, when I say,
So, all right, break on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Break. All right. So, what did you decide, steam or diesel, Tim?
Diesel, but I will tell you that steam is probably the one.
Oh my God!
Machinery that's probably the closest thing man has ever created to actually being a living being. Having run one and been around them, these things actually feel like they got a soul compared to a diesel.
So how come you pick diesel?
Exactly. That's why then wouldn't you prefer steam?
Okay, I got to change my score.
Yeah.
Get the giant pink eraser out there.
Look, I guess because it's just diesels are more efficient, more practical, and that's the era I model. But I appreciate steam locomotives for what they are. They're romantic. They're captivating. But diesel is definitely. You can see why they went to diesel, but if you've ever operated a steam locomotive, you'll see what I mean. they feel like they've got a heart and soul in them. No two are alike. They're finicky as just a human being.
Like women.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh my God, we might have the lowest score ever in the history of the network before the first question's even over.
So we should.
That's a hard for somebody that's been a railroader and around trains my whole life. That's a hard question, but I'm a diesel guy, so put me in the diesel category.
After about a half an hour, that was a great. I loved what your romantic.
It was a good question.
It was
a good answer.
It was a great answer. Unfortunately, didn't fit into our scoring system.
No, they breathe. You can hear them breathing, and the air compressors out there. It's just like a heartbeat.
Can you hear me breathing? What's your favorite prototype railroad? Oh my God. This has got to be Spoon's fault.
It is. You know what? I'm sorry.
Well, it's not the Canadian National. It's not Norfolk Southern.
All right, there
and
you go.
It's definitely not CSX.
All right, you're getting there.
Probably the BNS.
Okay.
Because their engines are like Cadillacs, buddy. They got Cadillacs.
Cadillacs.
With that paint.
No, the inside of a BNSF engine, they got these gigantic captain chairs, and they're decked out nice.
They're pimped.
They are. They went for the extra options. Like I told you before, NS is frugal. They went with just a plain Jane. What's the cheapest thing they could possibly do? That's NS. BNSF, they got the windshield washer fluid.
13 minutes.
Okay, keep going.
You didn't have to pick a railroad that was actually in operation. Any prototype railroad would have done. Why did I just say that? Shut up, Lionel. Okay. If you were rail fanning, would you rather photograph the trains or ride on them?
Ride on them.
Okay. And I saw you riding on when we were on the Hiawassee excursion. You were right there in the what was that car? The observation car?
Observation.
Yeah, nice job. And you were with your lovely wife. What's her name?
Gotcha.
That's a weird
My wife
name.
is from it's Russian, but she's from Brazil.
How did a stump like you meet a woman from Brazil?
By the grace of God, I guess. I don't know. I don't know. It's just the timing was perfect. But,
so your wife's name is Gotcha?
No, Katja. Katia.
Oh, Gotcha.
It sounds like Gotcha, but it's Katja.
Oh my God.
I'm lost. If you could time travel, what era would you want to model or be a part of? What era would you want to actually be able to time travel to as far as railroading goes?
The pre-graffiti era, probably the late '80s.
Wow,
back a real fan. The late '80s up to 1990, man.
Wow, that's a good answer.
Graffiti in there though.
Yeah, but pre-graffiti.
It's not the same as today.
It was chalk instead of spray cans.
Yeah, a lot of that was car knockers thing to do, leaving their mark on the side of a car. These days, it's a lot of games.
Better let everybody know what car knockers are.
Car repairman.
There you go. What was your first model train?
My first model train was a Tyco Chattanooga Choo Choo train set.
That your dad bought you or your parents got you for your birthday?
Right.
When you were 7.
Right.
Back in 1942.
1977.
Oh, okay. What's your favorite model railroad scale?
HO.
True or false? N scale is dead.
To me, it is. No, it's not dead. I would say it false. It's not dead, but I don't have.
You should have stopped while you were ahead. That was a pretty good answer. What's your favorite model railroad?
The Allagash. Mike Confalone's the Allagash.
Okay, and have you ever had a chance to see it in person?
Negative.
But you've been following him. Where do you follow him most? On Model Railroad Hobbyist?
Yes, I've seen most of his stuff on MRH or the Trainmaster TV.
And he did like a series about weathering or something, didn't he? Or scenery, or just a whole series?
Yes, he
The
did.
weathering series, I've learned so much, and I've used a lot of his technique.
All right, cool. We're going to have to, we got to arrange a meeting between you and Mike Camflone. Mike Camflone is supposed to be on our podcast and be interviewed. And Kaylee Zhang says that he wants to. She had dinner with him and insisted that he said he wants to. So I wonder if it has happened by now, because a lot of things have happened by now since the. Who's the most influential model railroader for you?
Right now, it's Mike. But before is Pele Soborg.
He hasn't seen my stuff, Lou.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, you've probably never seen Ralphie Boy's stuff.
No, I'm sorry.
I'm on Train Masters too.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, I probably have, Ralph. I just didn't recognize that was you. I need to put two and two together.
I used to be on Train Masters, but I made the guy that runs it mad. So
I remember I saw a couple of those.
Yeah, was I your favorite host?
Of course,
there
you
go.
were for me.
Yeah, thank you, Ralph. Select one of the following as your favorite: bench work, track work, scenery, or electrical.
Scenery.
All right, cool. That was a fast answer. And how much scenery have you got done on your layout?
Pretty much right now, it's all of it. It's the current layout. The scenery's almost completely finished.
Wow. And you've only been in it for 5 years.
My layout's not that big.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't matter for some
I
guys.
enjoy it. It's relaxing. That to me is a stress reliever. That is just 3D art to me. And it's a way to de-escape. You go down and either weathering a car or doing scenery. I find that the most relaxing part of the hobby.
Okay, well now we're going to do a PSA, a public service announcement, because we're going to send you're going to send a special message to Chris Adams, who's a pretty regular on the show, and he's the fit guy. He's the official AML fit guy. He's one of these guys, he's always riding his bike or getting up early in the morning and doing some fit thing. Really
taking pictures of sunrises.
Taking pictures of sunrises. He's generally a pretty annoying guy, but we like to have him around anyways. He's afraid. He has a beautiful, beautiful New Haven. I forget what the name is. Sorry, Chris. I could look it up really quick. It's the New Haven something, and he's a New Haven guy. Anyways, he's terribly afraid to start on scenery. So give him a tip of why he shouldn't be afraid of scenery.
It's easy to do. If you mess up, just start over. There's been plenty of times where I've done something I didn't like it. I took it out, redid it, because you learn new things. I've ripped complete sections out in it, so give it a try. Don't be afraid to try something new. Learn from others. Try to get the color and the texture down, and you can do it. It's not black and white. It's more gray. You can. You don't have to be exact with the scenery.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. You can, if he makes a mistake, just take it out, because scenery is probably the most inexpensive part of the entire hobby.
Well, it's layers. It's like I was always a pen and ink guy, and when I was growing up, I was more the technical, the architectural type drawings. But I always appreciated watching somebody that could paint a painting, and they would start from the back and work their way to the front. And so that's what scenery is. You're putting layers upon layers upon layers until you get to that. When it looks good to you, stop.
Yeah. So there you go, Chris. Come on, Chris, just do some scenery. And by the way, it's the Valley Local. It's Chris Adams, the Valley Local. He has a really cool blog called. If you go to the blog.thevalleylocal.net, just put Chris Adams New Haven in Google, and it'll come up for you. And
I would tell him find the center part of your layout, whatever the center point of the line is, halfway between one end of the layout and the other. Start the scenery there, so you can, when you get it the way you like it, you can watch a train roll right through that scenic section, and it'll inspire you to keep going, and you just keep building out from there.
Well, now that is a great tip. Start scenery in the center of the layout, because then you'll see. Don't you guys think that's a great tip?
Yes.
That's what I did on mine, because before mine went completely around the walls, I had like a U-shaped layout or an L-shaped layout to begin with when I was just building the sections. So I started the scenery at the center point. That way I could actually start a train in the unscenic section, and I could film the entire train move through the scenic section. And if you just film that one point, nobody would know that the rest of your layout's not scenic.
Wow, cool. If you could give somebody starting out in the hobby just one item and cost was no object, what would it be?
An NCE DCC system.
Wow, good answer. NCE is the official sponsor of the AML network.
Want me to tell you the reason why I like NCE over others?
Yeah, tell us, why do you like NCE DCC over others?
Advanced consisting.
Okay.
I've had MRC, I've had Atlas when they first came out with their system, and then I had a lens system, and then when ESU developed their full throttle capabilities, I wanted all my engines in the consist to be able to do the same thing, and you need a system that supports advanced con, and NCE fits that ticket.
And do you know who the owner of NCE is?
I forgot his name. I have met him.
None other than our very close friend of the AML network, Jim Scores.
Yes, he's a good guy.
He is a good guy. Where do you buy most of your model railroad supplies?
Some on the internet. Most of the time I order stuff through my local Hobbytown USA in Kennesaw, Georgia.
Kennesaw, Georgia. Hobbytown USA. That's that's a chain, isn't it?
Yeah, but it's the largest Hobbytown USA in the United States.
Oh, really?
It's in an old movie theater.
Do you have any hobby shops around you?
Go to two. There's three in my area that within a drive. One's near the airport. It's Riverdale Station. A guy named Bob runs it. He's a lot. If you're into this detail parts, it's great to go there for details. Hobbytown USA's got a master model railroader there named Howard Goodwin. You probably have heard of him, NMRA. He can order stuff from me that if I need things ordered. And then they got Train Master Models up in Buford. And my run, if I ever have to go to one particular customer on the run I'm on now, I can stop right next to the hobby shop, park the train there, and walk across the road and go into the hobby shop.
Well, that's cool.
Thanks. I like that.
Yeah, that's cool. You're probably the only guy that arrives at the Model Railroad Hobby Shop in a full-size 1-to-1 prototype locomotive.
Yeah, it's right there when we're waiting at a stop signal. It's right there next to the Train Master Models Hobby Shop, and right next to the tracks.
Can you take a photo of yourself in front of one of your locomotives, like a selfie?
I could send you one.
Could you? That would be cool. Because there was another guy who used to ask to do that, and he just never would. He was always, it was a lot of carrying on.
Especially an SD40. That's my favorite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What kind of locomotives will you be working on tomorrow?
Well, right now we have mostly SD40-2s. There's some GP60s there, and there's one GP38, and one former SD50 that's called an SD40E now. So I'll be on one. I'll be on a couple of those. I don't know which yet.
Well, if you could take a selfie of it, I'll put it right there on our Facebook page. A selfie of yourself, which is in front of one of your locomotives. That would be cool. I'd appreciate that.
Jesus.
Good
Lord.
What is your favorite train event of the year, model or prototype?
God, the one with this scale train event was awesome. I hope they do that every year.
All right, we're kind of back to where we were. I don't think they're going to do that every year because it was part of the convention. I think that was a one-off.
Mm-hmm.
So let me try again. What's your favorite train event of the year, model or prototype?
They have one train show.
Okay.
I don't know what that's the one.
All right, so that would be okay. That's your favorite. Do you prefer regular beer or light beer?
Well, I'm not a beer drinker, but if I did, I would drink regular.
All right.
Is your mic working, Lionel?
Yeah, just barely. I knew he was going to say that. So regular beer. At least he came up with regular beer pretty fast.
Yes.
Do you prefer salty or sweet?
I'm a sweet and salty guy, but I like salty the best.
He wasn't too convinced on that.
No, he wasn't.
Well, most of the time it's eat something sweet, got to have something salty. So I guess I'm a salty guy.
Yeah. Do you prefer dogs or cats?
Dogs.
Do you have one?
Not anymore.
Did you have one?
I've had plenty of dogs.
What was your favorite?
Probably my last one, Ginger.
Ginger. Okay, what kind of dog was she?
She was a mix between a German Shepherd and a Chow.
Okay. We have a guy on our show. He's a locomotive engineer for the Canadian International Railway. He's kind of a mix between
Oh God.
Do you prefer Coke or Pepsi?
Coke,
Favorite hot dog condiments?
mustard,
Ooh.
chili, maybe some onions.
Man, that was a good answer. That was a very good answer. So you probably agree with this statement? You shouldn't have ketchup on your hot dog after the age of 8?
Probably so.
Yeah. Have you ever been bungee jumping?
Negative.
If you were a beer can, what size would you be? Let me change that for you. Let me make it easier for you. If you were a bottle of Coke, what size would you be?
A bottle of Coke, probably the 2 liter.
The giant one. You down that puppy in no time at all. How many pairs of shoes do you own?
I just bought another pair. Probably about 6.
Okay, so you probably have a pair of sneakers,
Yes.
a pair of dress shoes,
Yes.
a pair of boots for work.
Yeah, I better raise that number to 7. I forgot about those.
So how come I know more about your shoes than you do?
Yeah, I didn't even think about those. Yep.
So what else do you have? You don't have flip-flops, do you?
I got some sandals, but no flip-flops.
Attaboy. Okay, yeah.
I'm not a flip-flop guy.
Yeah, I think flip-flops for guys is kind of like it's ketchup on hot dogs.
Poolside only.
Poolside only.
Right.
Exactly, Ralph. Exactly. Thank you, Ralph, for that
You're welcome.
clarification. What is your favorite kind of pie?
Vanilla.
Vanilla pie?
Vanilla pie?
Vanilla pudding pie
Ah.
with Cool Whip on top.
I've never even heard of that.
Man, oh, man, graham cracker crust. Holy cow. Well, I like banana pudding pie, too. But vanilla pudding pie is probably.
Okay.
Oh, so it's like vanilla cream or banana cream.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just like
I got it.
What is your favorite Bobby Goldsboro song?
Oh man, I used to know that, but I can't remember.
What happened?
I can't remember. It's like a catchy tune. I can't remember it.
Kind of sweet or not?
No. I can't remember what. I can't remember. If you did it, I would. Oh yeah, that's it. It's on the tip of my tongue, and I just can't get it.
Honey.
Spit it out.
Honey.
Yeah.
No,
That's another tune altogether.
Oh.
Honey is see the tree, how big it's grown. Da 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 da.
That's before my time.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
Well, yeah, but
I'm a 1970s kid.
all right. Do you not listen to music before 1970s? Do you know who the Beach Boys are?
Yeah. The ones that were still around. Yeah, probably. Yeah.
How about the Beatles?
Yeah, they were going out of style, but I know the Beatles.
All right, so it wasn't.
I'm more of an Eagles guy.
Well, okay. So in flatbed Ford.
Mm-hmm.
On
the corner in Winslow, Arizona.
Yeah, this one kind of scares me, guys. If you were a superhero, what sort of powers would you have?
X-ray vision.
Oh, okay. What do you think your costume would look like?
They'd probably have a blue cape.
Do you know what, Lionel?
What?
More important than the what his suit would be like? Why X-ray vision?
Yeah, why X-ray vision? What is it you want to look at?
I just like to see through walls stuff, see what's going on the other side.
Yeah.
In case I need to develop an escape plan.
See through something, I'll bet. Have you ever I think I already know the answer to this, but I'll ask anyways. Have you ever had a brush with the law?
Yeah, of course.
Wow.
Yeah, I kind of figured that. What happened?
I was first time probably when I was a little kid.
Yeah, which one do you want to?
Every kid probably gets in trouble with the law at some point. Somebody.
You can tell us. We won't tell anybody.
Well, this was we were at actually growing up. We were at my mom and dad's church. They were in a meeting in another building, and me and some other kids were going into the main church through a window. And somebody called the cops thinking we were breaking into the church. Here come all these police cars pulling up, scaring us half to death. We're like, our parents are in this other building over here. He's like, go get them.
That's actually a pretty good story. Any other time when you were older, what was your brush with the law?
After I worked for the Short Line Railroad, I worked for an intermodal contractor. And in the bad part of Atlanta, real bad part of Atlanta, and in the hood. and I was on lunch break. And they say, "Well, here's this guy that really doesn't fit in to this area that I was in," and thought I was there buying drugs or something. So the next thing I know, I get 2 or 3 police cars pulling me over. They want to search my vehicle, search me. I'm like, I'm just on my lunch break. I just work around the corner right here. Like, yeah, right.
Wow.
But, yeah, that's kind of annoying.
So you're probably just basically on the run from the law by the sounds of it. Well, if it makes you feel any better, I had my first run-in with the law when I was 8. I ran a stop sign on a bicycle on my way to school. Who's your best friend?
My wife.
How do you say her name again?
Gotcha.
And how long you been married to her?
Since 2015.
Oh, that's cool. So you're a brand new husband there.
Yeah, we're our anniversary is the 20th of June.
Well, that's nice. Are you getting her something nice?
We're going on a trip.
There you go. Do you get your? Here's an interesting question, Ralph. I think you'll back me up on this one. Do you get your wife flowers at Valentine's?
Yeah, of course.
Good man.
Yeah.
She loves flowers.
What is going on?
I'm just asking a question. Have you ever heard of a guy that doesn't get his wife flowers on Valentine's?
I'm sure there's plenty. Like Spoon? Is that who you're referring to?
Maybe.
Can neither confirm or deny that.
Yeah. Have you ever been on TV?
I don't think so. Not in my knowledge.
Not on purpose, anyways, eh?
You're right.
Are you still awake, Bruce?
Yeah.
Not a boy.
I'm keeping 2 score sheets, but
yeah,
there'll be some of that later.
Yeah. What's your favorite zoo animal?
Tiger.
Tiger. Okay, that's a good answer. Do you prefer
almost instant?
Yeah, that was yeah, exactly. A lot of his answers have been pretty quick to make up a time for some of that other stuff. Other stuff. Do you prefer baseball or hockey?
Baseball.
Okay. If you could choose only one professional sports team to root for, would it be the Detroit Tigers, the Toronto Toros, the Green Bay Packers, or the Toronto Maple Leafs?
I'm probably going to get a low score for this, but it would be the Green Bay Packers.
Yeah, that's a low score. And if you were stranded on a desert island and you could only choose one person to be with, would you prefer Bruce the mailboy, me, Lionel the host, Ralph Renzetti, the artist, the AML resident artiste, or Mike the Spoon Ostertag from the frozen tundra of Lambeau Field?
These are all my choices?
Those, yeah, that's pretty.
I thought you were asking the questions.
Yeah.
Just a minute, I get the eraser in here.
Yeah.
All right. I guess I'll go with you, Lionel.
All right. Yeah, I wouldn't know if I was you at this point, but okay.
Whatever.
Yeah, whatever. It's your. Okay. All right. Well, final question, and I'm not convinced he's going to get this one right either. What is your favorite podcast?
The AML podcast, baby.
All right, attaboy. Okay, that's it. Those are all the Kelly questions. But now we're gonna have to. Now we're gonna have to do your score.
Yep.
And I think Ralph, can we start off with you?
Oh wow, I guess we can. Sure. The first question right out of the gate, he was nostalgic about steam. He talked about steam, and then he said, "Well, I guess diesel." So because he couldn't make up his mind initially, I gave him a -2 on that. BNSF, that's 2 railroads, not 1. He likes to ride, so he got a plus on that. The era between 70 and 80s, that's cool too, although I would have broadened it out a bit. Let's see, what else was there? Oh yeah, the Allagash. I initially gave him a +2, but then I deducted him because he doesn't know anything about my stuff. So that came out as a 0 there.
Yeah.
Break even.
Scenery's good, and I liked his thought about doing a spot on the layout. Like my theory on doing scenery is just don't let the whole layout be one big white thing. start painting it and finishing it and so on. A little bit at a time and move along. Anyway, DCC worked out good. He mentioned our sponsor. Where else did he stumble a bit? Oh yeah, the beer. Where did I put it? You had to change the question.
Yeah.
So because you changed it, I first I gave him a -2, and then you changed it, and he came up with the big bottle of Coke. Well, that was good. So that evened itself out. So my overall score is probably about a +3.1.
Wow, that's
Not
pretty
bad.
good. Yeah, that's pretty good. Mike, where do you fit in on this?
All right. One railroader to another. Dude, seriously. You got a lot of work to do here, man. I mean, he couldn't make up his mind with the very first question, and that dragged way on. And I'll be perfectly honest with you, with my score, you never got out of the cellar from there. The BNSF thing, we're both Class 1 guys. Why would you choose the BNSF? Pick anybody but them. I mean, come on. You could have picked a Disney Railroad, for crying out loud. Would have been a better choice. I liked his late 80s era. I was a little bit off put a tad. I didn't mark him off on it, but I did the photo or ride thing. Dude, you ride them all the time. So I'm just saying, it's kind of, may want to rethink these things a little bit. The HO scale, I had to dock them because it wasn't S. The Allagash, that was a good answer. NCE, good answer. The beer thing has thrown everybody for a loop. I don't know why everybody just doesn't drink beer. It's a simple question. It's not like there's other choices. It's if you were a beer, are you a regular or light? So congratulations for not drinking beer. Don't change because of this. But I docked you there, and then you did make up some stuff on the hot dog question. Those are 3 excellent condiments.
Oh yeah, forgot about that.
Yeah, the hot dog question.
That was good.
I had my standard -25 ready to go if I ever heard a letter K come out of his mouth, and I did not. So he actually got a +3. I gave him a point for each one of the things he mentioned there, because that was a very good answer. Those are all 3 very solid things. Let's see here. The rest of it is kind of standard. I mean, everybody forgets honey, so I docked them there. The Packers question. The baseball hockey question. I gave you a +5 on that, only because Lionel threw a football team in there when the question was baseball or hockey. So I gave you bonus points because Lionel threw a football team in there, and you chose the Packers. So I mean, that was brilliant. So, and then you chose Lionel, which, if you hadn't figured it out throughout the rest of the interview, was probably a mistake. But I came up with a score of -0.21. He got close to becoming even. He almost broke even.
Bruce?
That BNSF, I should have known. I should have changed it to Southern. I should have changed it to Southern.
Southern would have been a good answer. I'd have given you points on Southern.
Yeah, that would have been a good answer.
I was thinking of current in operation. Railroad.
Yeah, I think I think you've stumbled onto what your problem was generally with the whole question. You were thinking.
All right, here we go. Again, it was somewhat disappointing, disconcerting, dismaying, whatever word you're from. The simple either or. Steam, diesel. There's like one or the other. I like this, I like that, yeah, but I like that. So right away, he was pushing minus triple digits right there.
Oh.
Like the only reason he didn't it was like -99.9. That's how close it was.
I'm just curious what the score was if you chose one versus the other.
Well, it would have been a hell of a lot higher, because then you would have shown you had a grasp of the questions.
Yeah, exactly.
Like either or.
I mean, do you get more points if you choose steam, or do you get more points if you choose diesel?
No. The whole scoring system is about 5,000 filing cabinets full. So
Bruce,
don't try to understand.
we lost you for a minute. So go on there after my question.
Oh yeah, no, he recovered nicely after his big negative dive, and snap talk question: do you like light beer or regular beer? He said, I don't drink beer, but if I did, it'd be regular. So that was a good answer. Showed quick thinking on his feet. When you change the question to combinated, what size Coke? He snapped that answer right off quickly. We'll have to take a little question with the spoon not understanding questions here. We'll get to this later as well, but
Yeah.
the question was, do you prefer hockey or baseball, which is a simple question. And then the next question, which professional sports teams, which you listed off several, and I thought he answered very good with Green Bay because you threw the Toronto Toros in there, which is a defunct team, so you tried to confuse him, so that was pretty good. But anyhow, all through, you covered nicely, and I gave him a 1.992, which wasn't bad.
Wow.
Now, however, Spoon score sheet, holy crap. Like all you could hear was whinging and heavy breathing and sighing and stuff like that. And then, he's questioning you about the questions and things like that. So, Spoon minus 22.1.
Yeah. Yeah, you better include that. Hey, Ralph.
Yep.
Did you ever play professional hockey? Yes or no?
Yes.
And who did you play for?
Toronto Toros.
I rest my case. How could he not know that in our presence was a professional hockey player who at one time graced the ice of the Toronto Maple Leaf Gardens as a Toronto Toro, a professional hockey player, our very own Ralph, the Ralphie boy Renzetti. He didn't know that. My score is minus 15. End of story.
Wow. I guess I should have did my research before we did these questions. Wow.
I guess
you guys are brutal.
I guess so.
Well, actually, that's pretty good.
Yeah, you're probably just...
Yeah, but you haven't seen brutal.
Yeah, you're probably middle of the pack. I can't believe you didn't know Ralph was a retired professional hockey player.
Wow, that's a lot of things about Ralph I didn't know, apparently.
Yeah. Well, Ralph kind of hides in the basement. Ralph, you got to get out there more, buddy.
He does, yes.
What number did you wear? Do you remember?
Yeah.
You want to give me a hint?
My favorite number 14.
Oh, cool. Davey Keon, Ralph Renzetti.
That's who I idolized when I was growing up.
So did I.
Who was the star player when you were on that team?
I don't even remember it anymore. It's been that long. And just to clarify things, I graced the ice during warm-up only.
As a professional hockey player.
Yeah.
Exactly. That doesn't matter.
One game on the bench.
Well, you beat the rest of us by a mile.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what was your favorite arena to play in?
Yeah. Professional arena or regular arena?
Let's go professional, then regular.
Okay, so the Gardens for sure. You stepped on the ice. Well, I remember this when I was a kid, too. You step on the ice, it looked like it was bigger than you could ever imagine.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
And to skate from one side to the other was like the regular outside rink that you used to play hockey on. I'm not talking going end to end. I'm just talking about going across from side to side.
It was huge. Ralph, by coincidence, I actually played hockey in the Toronto Maple Leaf Gardens twice. In my teens, around the ages of 15 and 16, I was on these teams where there was tournaments, and I actually got to play in Maple Leaf Gardens twice. And you're right. The first time I went out there, I was like, this is the biggest thing I've ever seen in my life.
It's absolutely amazing.
And we got
the feeling. And then you have that feeling throughout the whole game.
Yeah. Yeah. And I got a penalty, too, the first game. That was
shame on
there you go.
That was cool. I got to sit in the penalty box. That was cool.
Wow.
You got to test out all the positions.
It was
right?
like the home box or the visitor's box?
It was the home box.
Wow. You got to sit where famous Maple Leafs sat.
Yeah.
Sweet.
And I did it on purpose.
Well, you were tired or something like that?
No, I wanted to sit in the penalty box. So on my second shift, I just went out and tripped some kid. And Okay, so
I have our score. I have
okay.
the score.
Great, go for it.
Came out to a minus 11.612.
Oh, you forgot to do something.
What?
You add up the scores.
Oh, yeah.
And you have to divide by 4.
I did that.
Yeah.
Well, I did all of that. And I came up with minus 2.4245.
But minus 15 had it. Now they don't give them a minus 15 right out of the gate.
Yeah.
Then you add my negative 0.12, or excuse me, my negative 0.21. Add 3.1.
Yeah.
Add 1.992.
Right.
And divide by 4.
Yeah. I'm sorry you had to see this, Tim. You had to be present for this.
Yes.
I never like to see.
You start with a negative 15.
Yeah, I never like it when the kids are fighting.
Yeah.
Especially over such a. That's actually a pretty bad score, Tim.
But not the worst.
But not the worst. Definitely not the worst.
No, yeah. You can take pride in the fact that you're not the worst.
Did you come up with the same thing I did then, Ralph, doing it that way?
No, well, I was sitting here doing it on a calculator, so.
So am I.
Interesting.
I'm doing it on my fingers.
I'm not doing it, so.
Yeah, I'm not doing it either. I was just so crushed that he didn't know that Ralph was a professional hockey player.
I wish hockey was big down here, but this is Braves country.
Yeah,
that's cool.
It's just not. It never did take off.
Boy,
although soccer, Atlanta United soccer is all of a sudden getting hot. But.
I don't get.
So
soccer.
you're a big fan of the Atlantic Thrashers, then?
Yeah. What do you?
Yeah.
Apparently,
I wish I never have went to see one of their. I wish I could love to go, but I never.
What about the Atlanta Flames? Did you go see their games?
No, we never did get to go. Never did.
Okay. All right. Bruce, could you give out our email address, please?
Yes, our email address is, because I'm sure you'll have plenty of comments about the scoring on this, Jim. Email address, Modlerslife, Modlers with 1L, modlerslife@gmail.com.
1L like Ralph.
1L like Ralph.
I have to. May I please make a correction?
Sure. It's not 1L like Ralph?
No, it is 1L like Ralph. I would like to correct the average score to a minus 2.529.
How did that happen?
Acceptable.
I had a misstep in here. The calculator didn't do what I wanted it to do, and it actually did something funky. And I went back through after hearing what Ralph did, having much respect for him, and I redid it, and that even sounds better.
What kind of a score? What kind of a score do I have to give him to get him back down to the minus 11?
and here's my question. I thought there was an old adage. There's like it's a poor workman that blames his tools. So
yeah, I'm not very good at anything I do. So I mean,
well, how about this?
Oh,
Bruce?
wait a minute. Let's bump Spoon's score up a bit then.
How about this, Bruce? It's the poor tool that blames the workman.
Oh.
Did he just call me a tool?
I don't know.
It kind of sounded like that, but hey, I don't know.
Cow. Wow.
I just want to apologize to little Mike Wachowski and James Mattern because, guys, this is definitely an hour you'll never get back in your life.
So please don't do anything rash like try to end it all or things like that.
Yeah,
I'm hoping I'm at Mike's house when he's listening to this.
Yeah. Remember, the purpose of this podcast is for entertainment purposes only.
Yeah,
I'm not trying this at home. We are trained professionals.
We will get there one day.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah, if just pull over, little Mike, and take it easy take a couple of deep breaths. All right, so
take a picture.
Yeah, take a picture. Okay, so our website is modelerslife.com. Go there and you'll see all kinds of really cool things. And Spoon, can you handle the end?
Oh yes.
So thanks, Tim, for coming out. You can keep the tinfoil hat.
Okay.
We will all sign it for you. So
yeah, we'll all sign it.
Get the Sharpie.
Yeah. So remember, a Modeler's Life podcast is considered marginally adequate by 6 out of 10
Wisconsin highway pothole designers.
For For the most romantic nightlife experience, come down to the exotic Rumble Room. We will cater to all your dining and dancing desires. Treat yourself and that special someone to one of the many delectable items contained within our extensive menu, and accompany your dinner with a fine beverage from our vast cocktail list, or maybe select some wine from our cavernous wine cellar. After the dinner is over, when it is safe to go back into the water, you and your loved one can dance the night away to the extraordinary musical stylings of Happy Kind and this fantastic all-girl orchestra. They will play for you the whole night through. Here at the Rumba Room, we guarantee that you will have the most romantic time of your life. You will be swept away on the cloud of ecstasy. So please, come down to the exotic Rumba Room.
Romantic times not actually guaranteed. Beautiful women and coupons on Valor on weekends. The Exotic Rumba Room is located inside the Castle Sol Motor Court and Inn at the intersection of Highway 5 and Pulaski Boulevard in Boston, Kentucky. That's the Exotic Rumba Room, 718-498-1043. Ask for Janice.
It's another Lincoln Homer.